Hi, Dr. Kreysa and consumers out there. So my name is Alexis, and I'll be talking to you guys about social media and the FTC guidelines. So for those who don't know, the FTC stands for the Federal Trade Commission, and you can find them down at ftc.gov. I will link a little link down below in the description box. So what is the FTC? So the FTC is basically an independent agency of the federal government, and they are basically responsible for providing consumer protection and making sure businesses, practices, they remained fair to everybody. They also deal with complaints. They are filed regarding during unfair business practices such as scams, deceptive advertising, which we will talk about today, and monopolistic practices as well. So, in the world of today, social media such as Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, or any blogger page, there has become such an influential platform where many companies could advertise their products and use celebrities and YouTube stars, athletes, etc. to promote their products. Social media and video marketing has been more successful rather than actual commercial, or poster boards you see around the mall or anywhere you go. So the main difference between a social media personality and a well-known celebrity is that there tends to be a bond. You tend to see this bond, so to speak, between the YouTuber or creator with their audience of subscriber. You tend to kind of view the YouTube personality or Instagram personality because you trust their genuine review, because it might be a regular person rather than an actual celebrity who could be possibly endorsed by a company, and also personality might just be someone who's more approachable, more real than a professional makeup artist, athlete, and so to speak, or celebrity. So the FTC basically created these guidelines for you to follow, or for just companies or anybody who's trying to advertise products online. So if you're looking to review into someone for a product, then you might want to read these guidelines before doing that. It is a Q&A format, so it's not like a list of things you should do. It's just like a question and answer. Someone asked a question and the FTC would reply in an answer. And it's 20 pages long, so let's get going. So here's what you need to know. Whether you're promoting a product on social media or you're looking into a review that someone is talking about or writing about. So let's say that a company approaches you to promote or try their product, and they want you to write a review on it. So what do? You must have a disclaimer, both verbally in the video, and should be put into the description box down below. So according to these guidelines, I'm reading this on here. Let's see. Let me pull it up real quick. Give me 1 second. So the question is, the guides say that disclosures have to be clear and conspicuous. What does that mean? So this is the FTC replying, saying, to make a disclosure clear and conspicuous, advertisers should use clear and ambiguous language and make the disclosure stand out. Consumers should be able to notice a disclosure easily. They should not have to look for it. In general, disclosures should be close to the claims to which they relate, in a font that is easy to read, in a shade that stands out against the background, for video ads on a screen long enough to be noticed, read, and understood. For audio disclosures, read at a cadence that is easy for consumers to follow and in words consumers will understand. So that's basically how they worded it. I'm gonna link the guideline down below as well, so you guys can check that out. So moving on, disclosure has the most change of being effective if it's made clear. So if it's made very clearly from the beginning, that's a good thing. That's what the FTC is looking for. Also, any single disclosure on your homepage doesn't really do it. Like if you just put it like in a corner or just briefly on there, once, it doesn't really do it, because people are visiting your site many times, new people, and they might read individual reviews or watch individual videos without seeing a disclosure on your homepage. The next one is whether if you got the product for free or paid for it. You must let the viewer or audience know. You have to write it as if the person doesn't even know who you are and doesn't know if you're endorsed by the company. Just because people may not know. In other words, do not assume that the person knows about the subject as you do. Also, you have to represent the accurate experience and opinion of the endorser, meaning you can't just talk about your experience with the product if you haven't even tried it. That would be lying, pretty much. If you were paid to try a product and you thought it was terrible, you can't say it's terrific. Again, that'd be lying, and that would just hurt you in the long run as your credibility. And you must use solid proof, your own proof for you trying it. You can't just go off by other people's reviews you read about or hear about. So I'm going to play a short clip of someone I found on YouTube. She is a makeup guru, or known as a makeup guru here on YouTube, and she is being sponsored by a makeup company. Keep in mind, I looked under the description box and I did not see a disclaimer about working with the company, but I will also link her video down below so you guys can see the whole entire video on it.
Be doing a sultry Valentine's Day tutorial on this look that I'm wearing today, and hint it's all drugstore, which is amazing. So for this video I am collaborating with Maybelline once again for their Rock Nudes palette. I love this palette. There's so many different shades in here, and they're more on like the dark, edgy metal side, and I absolutely love it. So I thought it was perfect to create this sultry Valentine's Day look. So if you decide to use this palette to recreate this look or create any other look, make sure to use hashtag Rock Nudes so I can check it out. And yeah, other than that, make sure to subscribe to Maybelline's YouTube channel, and let's get started.
So the whole point of these guidelines is to protect consumers and potential fraud or deceptive practices. Knowing about the connection is important information for anyone, evaluating the product, because of the endorsement. That way the viewer could make their own personal informational choice, and it's not guided by, the person on the screen or the person on your phone on Instagram or Twitter or whatever it may be. So now I'll show you guys a picture of a YouTube creator here that I found, and under her description box she writes, "This is not a sponsored video. I paid for this subscription and I was not paid money to do this video." So she's basically doing a review on a product, a monthly subscription for a product she pays $10 for, and she posts the link on there, and she just wants to make sure that people see it. I'm going to post a picture here so you guys can see it now. So to sum up everything, you want to make sure to, number one, make sure you post a disclosure in the beginning of the page or description box if it's YouTube, or the comment section, and mention it verbally as well. Number two, make sure that your message is clear, that people know and it's understandable what you're trying to promote and who you're being sponsored or endorsed from. Number three is be honest. The more honest you are, the better. People will believe the truth even if it isn't what they expect. So all in all, Dr. Kreysa, everyone, thank you for watching. Hope to see you on the next one.